So I want to respond to the dog-hating mother again because recently she's been at it again, trying to persuade the internet that I'm nothing more than a little cyberbully who is bullying her and attacking other dog haters. And you see, it is pretty pathetic that for a full-grown mother, she can't seem to understand the difference between bullying someone on the internet and commentating on a certain video and topic and criticising what that person is saying in the video. Because what she can't seem to understand here is that my videos about her and my responses towards her have been commentary videos criticising what she says or what she does. I am not bullying her, I am commentating and criticising her. And I've spoken about this time and time again, but she just never wants to listen. She refuses to listen to anyone else, and if you dare to disagree with her, she classes you as nothing more than a dog-worshipping mutt lover. Because in the world of a dog hater, the word mutt lover doesn't have to mean that you just love your dog, but rather mutt lover is a code word that is defined in their world as anyone who disagrees with them. Because dog haters love to throw out this word to anyone who disagrees with them or one of their icons. Because according to them, anyone who defends dogs and their owners and points out the stupidity within their arguments are nothing more than brainwashed mutt lovers who worship dogs and their owners. The word mutt lovers is just a code word for them to say, you disagree with me, so you automatically worship mutts. It's fucking pathetic, really. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you what this mother is really like. Because the truth is, she is nothing more than a lying, hypocritical, ignorant, dog-hating mother who brainwashes her young children with her dog-hating views, and to top it all off, and this, you're gonna love, she has recently admitted to kicking a dog. But yet, let's start off at the beginning and the reason why I'm making this video, starting off with this guy. One of her followers and fans, and the same guy who called me the Dark Rainbow, and based on his comment, it seems he still has a lot to learn in his kindergarten spelling class. But anyway, he wrote a comment to the dog-hating mother saying that he reported me for bullying, as according to her followers, me criticising and commentating on her video is a form of bullying, even when those two things are completely different, and the only reason she believes that I'm a bully is because she can't handle being criticised and told that she is wrong. As you have to remember that this lady does have a history of false flagging videos criticising her and other dog haters that she knows. Along with how when she started receiving backlash for her Parasite video and for defending a guy who was constantly threatening to kill us, including a pregnant lady, she disabled her comments to avoid the backlash. But she responded to that comment with this.
I heard he made a video about me. Haven't watched it. Don't care. He seems to have so much drama around him. I steer clear of people like that. I don't know if he's on Adderall or meth or what, but I can't handle the way he speaks. So hyper. Talks way too quickly. Or the shouting. Doesn't matter what the subject is, just listening to him gives me stress. I just don't get the whole debunking style of video making. There's a way to express yourself without shooting others down personally or making personal attacks, but he seems incapable of doing that. I heard others have reported him for cyberbullying as well. I'm not sure how he's able to maintain his channel.
Let me tell you one of the big reasons why I am able to maintain my channel. Because unlike you, I listen to people. Whether I agree or disagree with them, I listen to what they had to say. I don't send my followers and use them as weapons to intimidate others. I listen to feedback. I don't hide away from criticism. I don't hide away from backlash. I listen to the criticism and I listen to the backlash. Unlike you and many other dog haters who I have encountered, I can handle hate. I can handle criticism. I can handle the backlash. I can listen and take in feedback. I listen to opposing opinions. While you disable your comments and try to censor me and other people because you don't want to deal with it. And I'm sorry, but that's not my fault. It's not my fault that you can't handle criticism, and I'm not going to be your PC pinata for your fanbase to whack because you're scared of it. But in my personal boring opinion, if you have trouble dealing with backlash and criticism, and you get stressed out by people simply criticising you, then the last thing you should be doing is throwing yourself in the firing line like you do. When you false flag people's videos and defend people who have threatened to kill them, of course people are going to be upset with you. Not forgetting that on multiple occasions you have made quite controversial biased videos about a group of people because you don't like them. You are going to get backlash for this, and I'm sorry, but the way that you have tried to shake it off has caused you to give yourself an even worse reputation. Because your answer is to disable all communications on your channel, or you run to your friends and followers and make up lies about them so that they believe that what we are doing is a form of bullying and attacking. But there is something within your comment which really did piss me off here, because I have never made any personal attacks towards you. I have never done that, and I find it funny how you are making of this allegation, yet you love to pick on how my voice sounds, you love to pick on the way I speak, but the thing is, I don't care. I really don't care what you think of my voice, because that doesn't change what I've said about you. Not forgetting that the reason I have this tone in my voice is not because I'm on drugs, it's because tone of voice is important within these types of videos. You had to display a level of confidence when talking about your opinions on certain topics.
I didn't know about his threats. Didn't even watch your entire video. Couldn't because I can't stand the way you speak. It gives me stress. So that was a mistake. To flag it without watching the whole thing. I had no idea about this guy or his history. All I saw was you attacking him. You say you ain't a cyberbully, but that is the reputation you have. Many others have accused you of the same thing, so I did what he asked me to do and flagged you.
So you are admitting that you false flagged videos without even watching them. Well, at least you're honest. But I'm sorry, love, but I don't believe you about how you didn't know about his threats, because you were false flagging videos that were showing the screenshots, and also, if you didn't support his threats and you didn't support him and his abuse towards us, why are you still subscribed to him? I saw comments left by you giving positive feedback on a video where he threatened to kill me. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you one single bit, especially when this was also around the same time you disabled your comments because people were false flagged by you. And this reputation I have of being a cyberbully, do you know what is ironic about this? These other people who she has seen accuse me of bullying, they're from her fucking fan base. And that's only because you kept making out to them that what we were doing is somehow a form of bullying. I never attacked that dog hater. He attacked us by leaving abuse and threats towards me and other people, and my fan base and others who have called him out are not cyberbullies because you can't handle people thinking that you supporting this guy is flat out disgusting. And again, it's not my fault that you find people criticising you a form of stress. I'm sorry, but it isn't my fault. And even in this comment trend, you continue to show me that you don't have an argument against what I'm saying and can only result to empty insults and false allegations.
In my video, I explained that I pushed the dog out of my way with my foot to prevent it from rubbing its snot and traces of shit, possibly parasite egg infected fur into my clothing and didn't hurt it. You are suggesting that I should have let it rub its snotty nose into my pants? You are a perfect example of a mentally deranged dog worshipper I was describing. Thank you for proving my point. Here you are stating misinformation, I kicked the dog, and sucking me into your drama again, and I know this is what you thrive on.
But the problem here is that we don't know the full context of that story. We are only hearing your side, and I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt with this, but there are some holes and errors within your story which makes me feel like there's actually more context to this, being that you actually kicked the dog, but because you know that kicking the dog is wrong, you want to try and cover your tracks. But firstly, let me give my fanbase a little background into what we're talking about here. In her video, Dogs, Mental Illness and Corporate Brainwashing, she told the story of when she went to the doctors and a dog allegedly charged at her and tried to sniff her crotch. In reaction to this, she pushed the dog without harming the dog with her foot out the way, and then started to rant to the owner, who apparently let the dog loose in the building. The dog owner insulted her, and then later on her husband started attacking her over Facebook.
Anyway, I'm walking into this medical building that is supposed to be a pet-free building. Dogs aren't allowed in this building. I'm not expecting to see a dog come bounding out of the door as it opens, but that's what happens. A woman walks out, dog comes rushing out, rushes right up to me, wants to stick its disgusting, wet, snotty nose into my pants. I don't like this. I don't want this. I reacted the way I would react if anybody came charging into my personal space. I pushed the dog out of my way with my foot, and I very clearly expressed my disdain for this woman and her ignorance, and she started yelling at me, called me a bitch. This is a woman, she didn't even turn her head. She knew the dog was running at me. She didn't turn her head to see, to look. She didn't attempt to call her dog back.
But here's my problem. Firstly, even when dogs are allowed within certain parts of hospital grounds, usually they are support dogs like CNI dogs, hearing dogs, therapy dogs, and these dogs in question have been fully trained and would never do these actions which you said the dog did. So the situation in question had to involve a family dog, a pet dog. But then we have a problem, because a report from the NHS states that to minimise the risk of patients in hospitals, all pets are not allowed on trust premises. But I highly doubt the hospital staff would allow a dog to run around freely within the facility, because of course they had to maintain the highest standard and make sure other patients are safe, as animals can carry infections which can occasionally be transmitted to humans. Then we come to your wording, being push the dog out your way. That sounds like you kicked the dog, but you're just trying to word it in a way which makes you sound less of an arsehole. We believe you did more than lightly push the dog with your foot. We believe that you actually kicked the dog. Because like you said in the same video, you suffer from anxiety, which has been proven and said that it may cause you to be paranoid. And you have expressed before that you are anxious and scared of dogs because you believe that all dogs are bound to attack you. So knowing how anxious and paranoid you get around dogs, I believe you kicked the dog in reaction thinking it was going to come at you. Which is why I believe that the owner was angry at you. Because you have no right to do that to someone else's dog. I'm not sucking you into anything. I'm not forcing you to watch my videos or make videos about dogs. You're the one that says I'm crazy. You're the one that says I'm a dog worshipper. You're the one that's making these videos trying to persuade the internet that I have a parasite inside me. You're the one that's making all these dog hating videos. You're the one that's responding to my comments. You're making those choices. I'm not forcing you to do anything. Yes, I left a comment responding to you, but you didn't have to respond to it. I made the choice to make my responses. I made the choice to criticise you. You didn't force me into anything, just like I haven't forced you into anything either. But I personally believe that you need to focus more on getting help than spending your time on YouTube constantly trying to get back at us. Because if you suffer from anxiety and you get stressed out by it, then the last thing you should be doing is putting yourself in this situation.
Weird how these people who, and then this woman, her husband started, he contacted me on Facebook and he was calling me names and threatening to call the police, calling me an animal abuser, and all of this.
Okay, let's cut to the chase here. That is a whopper of a lie, because firstly, she and her husband have no idea who you are. They don't know anything about you. They just know you as the arsehole who kicked their dog. I'm not saying you're the arsehole, but I'm not saying you're an arsehole, but that's what they think you are, because of course you lightly pushed their dog out of the way. But tell me, how in the name of God was he able to find your Facebook when he has no idea what you look like and no idea what your name is? They would have to know your real name in order to find your Facebook page, and unless you gave them all that information while hurling the verbal abuse at the owner, there would be no way these people would have been able to contact you on Facebook. It seems to me that this story is more of a tool to further her bullshit ideologies about how dog owners are crazy. And I personally believe that your anxiety is making it harder for you to handle people criticising you. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying you should agree with it. I'm not saying that you had to agree with it. At the end of the day, you don't have to listen to me. But at the end of the day, that's what I believe. And I personally believe that taking some time away from YouTube would actually benefit you and help you, rather than sticking around and putting yourself in this position. Because I'm sorry, but it's not my fault that you can't handle criticism, and I've had enough of being your PC pinata. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you have your own opinions, leave down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'm now offline.